Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the InaneDragon, and tonight I'm going to force you to endure something that Mr. Rational Thought sent my way over on the Twitters. We're going to learn how to make the Elixir of Life from simple household chemicals and the power of woo, courtesy of John Wheeler. Take it away, Johnny, my man.
Okay, so what I'm making here is Ormus, which is like the elixir of life. It's been used for thousands of years for healing different types of diseases, and it helps with your consciousness. It realigns the equilibrium in your brain.
Realign the equilibrium of my brain. Johnny. Beer does well enough of that all on its own. And at least when you're drunk, that meaningless sentence might actually make some kind of sense. Now, you look like a stickler for details, John. So I'm sure that we're going to have precise measurements for everything, right? Every last little thing is going to be detailed and nuanced, carefully calibrated, the purest of the pures. And you're going to explain every single chemical reaction that goes on, right? All of the alchemical principles. Because I'm going to be following along as we do.
So I'm going to show you how I make it. So what you need is you need a really good Dead Sea salt.
Oh, just a minute. Let's look at that. Not only is this a bath salt, meaning that it's completely unregulated, anything could be in it, which is probably why, well, yep, for external use only. But that's not the scary part right now. It's a bath salt that hydrates. A salt that hydrates.
Salt, like, a really good pure salt. The more pure materials you have, the better your results are going to be. And then here I have, there's 5 different types of mineral salts in here, like Himalayan, mountain salts, really good stuff. And then here, what we have is called pure washing soda. So it's like baking soda, but it's taken to the next level. You got to take baking soda, got to bake it at 400 degrees for 4 hours to get it to this state. This is the state you need, and you can't do it with regular baking soda.
All right. You contradicted yourself more than a little, Johnny. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to dock you.
The health inspector? I'm going to have to dock you again.
You've thrown purity right out the window because we don't know exactly what's in any given batch of Dead Sea salts. We know what's on my bag. We don't know what's in your bag. And then you have what you loosely call mineral salts. Hint, all salts are minerals, so which salts do you have? What you really wanted to go with was just straight up Epsom salt, because that'd give you exactly what you want anyways. You just wouldn't be able to hide behind the woo. So, here's what we've got on my end. We have West Lab Dead Sea Salt. It has magnesium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium chloride, calcium bromide, sulfates, insolubles, and water of crystallization. I don't know how well that camera's working out over there. We have the be-all, end-all of this discussion, Epsom salt. This is the magic shit that is going to do exactly what you want, and it is 100% pure magnesium sulfate. Last but not least, we have some aesthetically pleasing Himalayan salt crystals. We'll have these all mixed together, and that is going to be our woo power. Add to it the washing soda. I'm so glad I found this because I really didn't like the idea of running my oven for God only knows how fucking long just to do some woo.
Another key thing is to create a very positive environment before you do it, because you want like a lot of good intentions and positivity around it, because that makes it more pure.
As the kids are saying these days, I gotcha, fam. We got copper shit. Shiny rocks or rock-like objects. Fuck it. Some more copper. Ooh, I know. Genuine Tiger's Eye D20, 20 side up. Crystal Skull vodka glasses. Not only are they representative of crystal for that extra woo-woo, but being transparent and holding our ingredients, well, they inverse the death symbolism of the skull and make it a symbol of life for an extra dose of that wonderful woo goodness. We all set to do some fake-ass chemistry?
And also using good water. I only use spring water. A lot of people use distilled water, and it's dead water, and I just feel like it's not making the purest form.
Wait a minute. Spring water? You wanted pure. I know you said that we wanted pure. So why are you using something that Bambi pooped in? I don't get it. Do you want parasites? Because this is how we get parasites. You would have to distill the water anyways, or push it through some serious filters of some sort before drinking spring water. Boil it something. And then half the time you'd have to add chemicals back in just to make it taste like anything other than shit. So, fuck that. You should have gone with distilled. I'll compromise, and we're going to go with some good old Virginia tap water that's been run through an old Brita filter. Should work. Nobody's ever died from drinking Virginia water, have they?
And I also structure it with this device I made up. So the water goes through 2 reverse magnets. So these are pushing against each other. It runs itself through different types of single terminated quartz crystals, amethyst, rose quartz crystals, green tourmaline. So when the water comes out of here, it completely restructures it like as if it came from a mountain.
Restructures it like it just came down from a mountain. Right, I don't even know what the fuck that woo-woo is supposed to be about, but I've gone ahead, and since I don't have as narrow of a bottle as you got, I upgraded yo shit. This here is the Water Structure 5000. It's got not 2, but 8 magnets for that extra woo juice. And not only that, but they are chroma keyed to enhance the woo field and reinforce that magnetic resonance bullshit-o-meter. And then we move the copper, we use super glue to attach the magnets, we move the copper inside the Woo Stick 9000. And this way you get that direct copper on water, woo reinforcing bullshit-o-meter device effect going on. And then last but not least, we replaced all that useless quartz with equally useless placebo-matic 9,000 glass beads. This shit will really do nothing to your water. Now, about the only thing we don't have represented here is the tourmaline, and that's because, well, I don't have any goddamn tourmaline, and who the hell even knows that it'll do anything? There is some people out there who say that you can use it to filter some shit. They also seem to be selling you that shit, so, well, I don't know. You seem like the type to buy into this crap, so maybe you should go buy some tourmaline filtering devices. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that, it's not going to matter. So, I've improved in every way on your woo stick. We can structure us some water. We have our ingredients. Can we move on already?
And as you can see, I also keep, quartz crystals around it. Some orgone devices. It just keeps this amazing field. And I have a giant pyramid I built as well.
Did I not mention my Tiger's Eye D20? I am pretty sure I mentioned the Tiger's Eye D20. So, We got all the luck we need. We don't need no random motherfucking pyramid. So, D20. Giant glass jar. Are we ready to fucking do this? Can we make some fucking elixir of life already?
But the first step is you take a mason jar or any kind of jar and you take 2 tablespoons of this mineral salt. Mix it up real well. It's almost completely mixed, but when I put this concoction together, it'll mix itself. So you pour the first jar in. Okay. And this is my mix of the washing soda, or soda bicarbonate. Pour this in. And you also need a full jar of just water. So this is spring water, ran through my structuring device. Let's see what happens here. So the chemical reaction is starting to happen right now. See how it's becoming like a milky substance? It's starting to flake up at the bottom. It's really hard to see through the camera, but there's going to be a chemical reaction happen soon, and it's going to foam right up, and that's where you get the Ormus from.
2 tablespoons of salt. Our super structured water. Look at that beautiful structured water. Look at all that. I got a bad feeling about this. Now, sometimes with the Woo Stick 9000, you gotta be a little careful and go a little slow, because sometimes you might just get a little carried away structuring your fine ass water. And once again, we're gonna improve on your methods, because I'm pretty sure I still saw salt solids. So let's go ahead and make this work. Who the hell ever thought they'd be spending their Saturday nights mixing salt into water? Starting to understand why you still had some solids, son. Got to rinse off our mixer because we only got one mixer and we have more shit to mix. All right. We got our 2 tablespoons of washing soda. Wait a minute. You never said how much washing soda was in your damn mix. I can use as much as I like. Now let's try our water structure Woo Stick 9000 a little cleaner this time. See, and this is why we cleaned that off already. Now that's what I call mixing. Ooh, look at that beautiful reaction starting immediately. It's almost like chemistry's involved. Woo-wee! What we clearly need, more woo. Now, unlike our friend here, I ain't trusting shit to be mixed up well enough. In alchemical woo, it's really important to keep your shit clean. Because we care about purity except in our ingredients, our methods, and, well, really, everything. Everything, really, we can just do whatever. Because that is the power of woo, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to sit here and percolate and produce the base for our Ormus, our elixir of life. Of course, what is it? What the fuck is it? We don't know every chemical that's gone in. We know most of mine. And what we know from that is we have Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate, which will react with the washing soda to produce magnesium carbonate. We know that the Dead Sea salt has magnesium chloride in it, which will react to produce magnesium carbonate. So as best I can tell, what you're shooting for is magnesium carbonate and impurities. Now, who knows how long it'll take to get our beautiful Ormus. But in the meantime, we do know these have been running for a few hours. And hopefully that camera's recording this time. As you can see, looking at the Epsom salts and the Dead Sea salt, you can see that magnesium carbonate dropping out rapidly. You can even see a little something going on in the Himalayan salts, but it's nowhere near as much. Got some pink shit settling out. And this will continue until every one of these jars hits equilibrium. Of course, he's not done with the woo-woo yet, but we can now safely say that the elixir of life is, well, going to be salts. And mostly it's going to be magnesium carbonate. And if that's all you were after, just go get some chalk from the local athlete store. That's all you're making is athletic chalk, to keep your hands dry. It's about the only use for it as far as an individual human goes, other than to use it as a laxative. And I mean, I guess if you really, really need to poop, you can go through all of this fucking work to make some laxative, but it ain't gonna make you live longer.
But a key thing that people don't do is they don't protect it while it's doing its chemical reaction, because if it gets hit with Wi-Fi signals and if it gets hit with all this, EMF and dirty electricity, it affects the molecules of the water and it doesn't take the full effect like it should. So what I would do is either wrap it with aluminum foil or get an EMF shield. So I'm just going to take foil because that's what I have, and I feel like it works around the same as an EMF shield.
Electromagnetic interference is not going to prevent the precipitate from precipitating. You can see it happening. It don't need your help. It don't need your protection. It's a strong, independent precipitate. But tinfoil? Really? You realize that does nothing. Nothing. Don't believe me? All right. Let's try a couple of experiments. This is a multimeter. it has a cool little feature where in the presence of an electromagnetic field, that lights up. Check it out. Ooh. Pretty little red light. Now, that's done because when a current flows through a wire, it produces an electromagnetic field around it. And as we saw, little light telling us it can sense the field. So, your magical tin hattery. Here's our experiment. Oh shit! I do believe that is a red light. Your tinfoil, it does nothing. Still don't believe me? Okay, fine. Here. I'm gonna take this phone. And I'm going to call my phone with it. Oh, hoo, hoo. Whoops. Do I really need to explain how worthless tin foil is? It's great if you need to reheat some chicken wings. But otherwise, what are you doing? What are you doing to yourself? Okay, magnetic fields. That's still, that's still tinfoil's tin pot. Fuck. But I superglued them, right? No. These are two magnets. And while, yes, because they're pussy magnets, see, look. So, 3 layers tinfoil, 3 layers of script. Which do you trust to protect your Ormus? You're wasting tinfoil, right? Your part 2 is just a reiteration of how little you know about electromagnetics and tinfoil, plus a claim that magic will happen if we let this sit for 24 hours. It won't just be that the precipitation will have more time to accumulate down to the bottom, and it won't just be that the reaction that's already ongoing that we can watch is going to continue until it hits equilibrium and everything settles out by density. No, magic gonna happen. All right, so we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go straight to part 3. And I'm pretty sure that's as much of your bullshit as I can take.
Okay, so I left it for 24 hours. I just pulled the aluminum foil off, and this is how it looks. So that milky substance at the bottom, that's that elixir, that's that Ormus. Very powerful potion. So what you have to do next is you got to suck all that water off the top, right, so you're just above it. I'm going to do that right now. And then you have to put another whole thing of water in it, just like this. You got to do this 3 or 4 times. Put the water in, mix it up, let it seep down to the bottom, and the more you wash it, the better the stuff ends up being, more pure it is. So I'm just going to keep washing it, and I'll take another video of what it looks like when I get the water down.
So you're resorting to homeopathy, which will do nothing because the magnesium carbonate is non-soluble. It will never redissolve in water. So all you're doing is pulling out some of the other minerals along with the water and then throwing in new water. And if that's really all you wanted, why didn't you just use Epsom salts instead of all them other craps? Why did you put the Bambi poo in if you're going to take the Bambi poo out? Seriously. I do not know what's up with you people. This makes no sense unless you are a woo peddler who has fallen for his own bullshit. Next time, just use tap water and Epsom salts like everybody else trying to make their elixir of life. Cut your expenses massively. Better yet, if this is all just for the plants, dilute the Epsom salts in water and apply them directly. Don't waste your time making your Ormus, because Ormus is far less effective, it is far less biodegradable by the plant than is the Epsom salt. And all the plant wants out of either of them is the magnesium, so don't waste your time, or your money, or anybody else's brain cells. If it's for you, over-the-counter laxatives. It's all you need. Oh, or you could go buy the chalk from Dick's Sporting Goods or your local retailer and just chew on that for a while. Definitely be less labor intensive, possibly be cheaper. I'm InaneDragon, and if you want to learn more about the dark underbelly of pseudoscience on YouTube, consider subscribing for more of the same, and hitting the little ding-a-lingy bell thing so that you will actually know when new videos come out, because you cannot trust YouTube. I always enjoy the comments and the debate down below, so please take a minute to let me know what you think of the power of Ormus. And, of course, rate and share the video, all that happy crap. And for the truly insane, or those who just wish I'd stop using cheap-ass equipment like cameras whose batteries run out after maybe 30 minutes of filming, consider becoming a patron. Materials for this episode used up most of this month's Patreon money, probably a little bit more, but hey, I'm doing this for fun, and everything you send my way goes right back into the videos. Special thanks to all of my donors for this, and particularly my $5 and up patrons Yakaru, Razvan, Scarlat, a Moldy Doughnut, and Onyx. Thank you all, and have a good night.